So here's something that people never talk seriously about when it comes to running a small business. The impact it has on your personal finances. Obviously it goes with the territory that you as a business owner, you pay yourself when you can, and when it's appropriate. And that's not what I'm talking about here. What I mean actually is the kind of on the more formal side of personal finances. So Jess and I obviously are just getting a property up in the north. To get property, we're renting initially so we can find somewhere to buy. That requires a fair amount of financial organisation to get right. It's not a problem, but it just takes a lot more thought when you don't earn in a traditional format. As an example, I don't pay myself regularly, I pay myself quarterly sometimes when it's appropriate, and I kind of catch myself up, which isn't a problem for how I live, but looks weird when you go and speak to a financial institution about whatever it happens to be, getting a loan or doing a reference credit check or something like that. So those aspects of running a small business, I'm a bit of a pain in the bum. Put a few more hours into organising the house than I anticipated, to be honest. I suppose in summary what I'm saying is there are a lot of nuances that come with running a small business that, while it might appear like I am my own boss and I can make my own decisions, when you come to interact with the rest of the world, that sometimes can be a little bit more, a few more hoops to jump through than you had first thought. Rocking chair. Rocking it. I wasn't ignoring you on purpose. Just when I write, I have to concentrate and I can't speak at the same time. This for today's batch, about 17 or 18 postcard ones I've got to do. This is a picture of Chris and Jess riding up Vontae. Nice. Yeah. Yeah? I like that one. And then, we could have one of me playing in the autumn leaves. Yeah. So these go out to all of our customers, not our trade customers, but all of the general public customers. Get a nice image and a nice personalised message depending on what they bought. Nothing bad happened! There is 2 enormous boxes, all full of reclaimed bubbles. Mostly all bubble wrap, some of the cushion stuff, all sorts of stuff. Haven't bought any of it. It's all stuff that's come in boxes to us that we're then reusing in another box. So it's not a single-use plastic, it's at least a double-use plastic. But rather than just put it in the bin, reuse it in the box. Yay! Yay! Yes! Recycled, reused, friendly, etc. And when it comes to instruments, that's just not always the case. That's not always the primary concern with an instrument, I suppose. So that's a little bit where it is diametrically opposed.
Hello. So Saturday, we're just currently in the car park at Windsor Great Park, where we've just done a delightful 10-kilometre leg spin before going for lunch with Ken and Ali, who are friends of ours, who are the team managers of Jam Cycling Race Team, which is the race team we're in, the race team we're sponsoring. And then after that, we're heading over to Oxford, which is where our race is tomorrow, and it's pretty nice actually. We're having a really chill day, which is quite rare. Cool. Saturday. Hey all. Can I have a Haribo, please?
No, these are driving streets. I need to be, so there's only really enough here for one person. It's not really enough for one person, but there's definitely not enough to share.
Good morning. Today we're at the Margaret something Memorial Road Race in Oxford. It's about 20 to 9. My race starts at 9. I'm so nervous I can't eat my breakfast, which is annoying. I didn't have this at the start of the season. At the past few races, really struggled with it. Andy. We need to take his bum bag off.
Oh, aye.
Can't carry that around.
Need that, does he? It's a bit weird being in the driver convoy. Oh, look at that wind thing. It's a bit weird being in the driver convoy because you can kind of see the race and what's going on, but also kind of not. Well, there we go, around the corner. There's no way this group of 4 are going to close down that bigger group at the front. It's a big car. You good?
You can do it!
Get,
I'm dead! No, you can do it!
get your ass up the road, go on! You okay?
You going?
How long were you behind me in the car? Because I did not realise.
Ages.
Yeah. Because I was aware there was a vehicle, but I was like,
Almost the whole race I could see you.
and then I was starting to be like, I've not been on the side of the road once, I've not seen them. And then I was like, oh, there they are.
Sorry, we need the number back to the invoice, so if you don't mind heading back.
Oh, heck. He's only got 1% on his Wahoo, and it's 15 minutes until the start of the race. Have a good one, my love. Very stressful. I'm watching George's race, and it started to rain. So that sucks.
What's happened, Gigi?
Oh,
I've had enough.
now I fell off my bicycle.
It's not a good idea.
Ah, I'm quite sore. I'm quite sore.
It makes me want to cry.
Well, the first thing I thought when I hit the deck, except for curling up in a ball so I didn't get hit by anybody else, was Jess is really annoyed. She wanted to cry. I was right at the front in the first few wheels just to avoid exactly this kind of thing in the wet.
Yeah.
But we just had there was just a touch of wheels and I just went down. Happens. God, it's so sore. So sore.
I think I thought the thought, hey, we've managed to go this whole season, no crashes.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I said it out loud, so I was like, no jinx it.
Last road race. Hit the deck. I was ahead of all those guys. I've beaten all them.
Oh, what was that? Is that a bottle?
It had been so comfortable for 4 laps.
Really
Yeah.
4 laps, it had been really just like sitting in, chilling out. That last lap had just been attack after attack after attack, which was good because we were whittling people down and I was sat in quite nicely, but I'm really sore now.
It is.
Someone stopped my
Yummy.
Yeah.
Guess what we don't have in the car?
First aid kit.
First aid kit. Empty.
What's this?
A towel?
It's my brother's hat. No, you're right, we've got
We
no
might have
first
to-
aid kit.
I've got an ice cream cone.
Helpful.
We just dropped Louise back at train station. Her and Jess share a special bond, as I'm sure you've seen. I've now got the uncomfortable 100-mile journey in the car. Right. She's just choking on chicken nuggets. I'm nursing some wounds, but we are back in the truck on the way home. It's only a 126-mile journey home from a bike race.
George didn't seem, I was worried as he rolled out that he didn't seem well keen to race. Something not quite right. And then just your face seemed a bit, I don't know, it wasn't focus face, it was like more no face.
So Jess was picking up on something with me that wasn't quite right. And I think in some ways, because we go to these races as a pair, and we pick our races so that on the same day in the same place, we've both got a race. This time round, I'd spent 2.5 hours during the morning supporting her in her racing. And I was quite emotionally attached to it, but quite emotionally invested in it, obviously. And it was me and Louise travelling around the whole race circuit, watching her all the time, being involved, rooting for her, which actually you have the highs and the lows, and you do feel all of the kind of the adrenaline. I think when she'd finished her race, I actually went into a natural bit of a post-race slump, didn't I? Went into a bit of a come down off the back of your race after the excitement had petered out. I kind of had a bit of a natural ebb, and then I started my race, half an hour later, kind of in that ebb. And it manifested in the race itself, because you always have to work through gremlins in a long race. My race was anticipated to take about 2 hours and 45 minutes, 2.5 hours. And at the hour and 15-minute mark, I was battling a lot more gremlins mentally, telling me to climb off, telling me to stop, than I'm used to. When you do endurance sport, probably most sports, you have to deal with stuff like that, but it was noticeably more extreme today, and I think that's because of how invested I was in being with you at your race first for the first couple of hours.
It's tiring.
You're still, I think on the surface, you're still up for it, still want to go bike racing, but there's just something that isn't quite, the guys that were arriving at my race who hadn't been there in the morning, who were fresh, raring to go, their mind was on it, I think had a slight edge over me at certain points. I wasn't quite as cutthroat in certain areas as I could have been. One of the challenges of going to do sport as a couple, I suppose.
But also a benefit, because now I can drive you home.
Because I crashed, I get chauffeured home. That's a dream.
Special dream.
Special dream. I'm slowly gaining a golf ball sized lump on my right hip, which is more and more uncomfortable to sit on, but never mind. That's sport.
You'll be right.
These things happen, I'll be alright. Day off tomorrow, rest day, Monday, and then crack on again on Tuesday probably.
Yeah.